Once a bustling quarry, the town of Harrow's Edge decided to transform the abandoned excavation site into a dog park to boost community spirit. The locals flocked to the park, happy to have a place to exercise their beloved pets. Lucy, an adventurous and curious teenager, visited the park with her friends one foggy autumn evening. She'd heard the local legends about the quarry, but she dismissed them as old wives' tales. As they entered the park, a chill ran down her spine, but she brushed it off as nothing more than the cold air. A thick, eerie fog enveloped the park, making it difficult to see more than a few feet ahead. The friends hesitated for a moment, but their dogs seemed unperturbed. Wagging their tails and playfully barking, they ventured deeper into the park, their laughter echoing off the jagged walls of the quarry. Suddenly, a guttural growl echoed through the fog. The dogs stopped playing, their ears perked up, and their tails dropped. Another growl, louder this time, echoed back. Lucy's friends looked at each other, fear flickering in their eyes, but no one dared to speak. From the depths of the fog, the decaying remains of zombie dogs emerged. Their eyes burned with a sinister glow, and their once familiar faces were twisted into grotesque snarls. The living dogs, terrified, yelped and cowered at their owners' feet. The teenagers screamed, trying to run away, but the undead pack pursued them relentlessly. Lucy and her friends scrambled up the steep walls of the quarry, desperate to escape. As they reached the top, they caught their breath and looked back, only to see the zombie dogs scaling the walls with unnatural agility. Panic-stricken, they fled towards the town, hoping to find help. As they ran, they noticed something off. The fog had spread throughout Harrow's Edge, and the streets were eerily quiet. They knocked on doors, pleading for help, but no one answered. With the zombie dogs still in pursuit, they sought refuge in the town library. Once inside, they barricaded the door and began searching for anything that could help them. Lucy stumbled upon a dusty, old tome hidden in the restricted section. The cover bore a single word, Quarry. Frantically, she leafed through the pages, revealing the dark history of the quarry. The book told of ancient rituals performed by a long-forgotten cult. They believed that by sacrificing dogs and imbuing their spirits with dark energy, they could summon their god to walk the earth once more. The twist was clear. The zombie dogs were not a product of some strange disease, but rather a sinister spell, a byproduct of the quarry's malevolent past. Lucy's eyes widened as she read about a ritual to banish the undead hounds. With no other choice, she gathered her friends, and they prepared to face the zombie dogs one last time. They formed a circle, recited the incantation, and waited. A deafening howl shook the library, and the fog outside began to dissipate. The zombie dogs, now gathered outside the library doors, disintegrated into piles of ash. The spell had worked. The town, now freed from the fog and the undead threat, slowly returned to life. In the aftermath, Lucy and her friends were hailed as heroes. The people of Harrow's Edge came together to bury the remains of the zombie dogs, ensuring they would never rise again. The quarry-turned-dog park was closed indefinitely, and a memorial was erected to honor the lives lost to the darkness that had once lurked within. As the town returned to normalcy, Lucy couldn't shake the feeling that something was still amiss. She returned to the library, poring over the ancient tome, searching for any overlooked detail that could explain her unease. Hidden in the margins of the book, she discovered a cryptic message. The god slumbers, but the spell remains. Her heart raced as she realized the horrifying truth. The god the cult had sought to summon had merely been contained, not defeated. The spell that banished the zombie dogs had merely put the god back into a deep slumber. Lucy knew that the responsibility of guarding the town against the ancient evil now fell upon her and her friends. They would need to remain vigilant, for the dark god's awakening was inevitable. Together, they would stand against the darkness, protectors of Harrow's Edge, in a never-ending battle against the lurking horrors of the quarry. As they prepared for the trials ahead, a chilling question haunted Lucy's thoughts. When the god awakens, what new horrors will it unleash upon the world? The battle against the zombie dogs was just the beginning, and a far more terrifying tale was yet to unfold.